And here we go. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 19 of The Huddle, our 45th episode overall dating back to last year. I'm your host, Ed Tate of BlueBombers.com. We're coming to you live, as we always do, from our fancy schmancy studio here at Princess Auto Stadium. We're live on X and on the Blue Bombers YouTube page every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, so thanks for joining us. We were not on last week because of the bye week. Appreciate you coming back and hooking up with us. So this week, we are joined by the lovely and talented Tui Eli. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having me.
Veteran offensive lineman with the Blue Bombers. The last time we did the show, we had Patty Neufeld on, and we talked about the CFL new rule changes, which were just fresh off the press at that moment. So this week we get back to the way we normally do things. We'll visit with Tui about his road traveled. We'll talk about the games ahead for the Bombers and the push for the playoffs. But as we always do, we like to start off. We're going to give away a Tui jersey. We've got fan questions. But as we always do, we like to start off with the Coors Light Chill Chat. Welcome to the Coors Light Chill Chat, a chance to kick back and get to know the Blue Bombers players a little better. Proudly brought to you by Coors Light, the official beer and the chill choice of the Blue Bombers.
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light, the chill choice.
Okay, and we're back. Okay, Tui, this is kind of rapid fire stuff here,
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll get to kind of get everybody warmed up, including me. I'm stumbling all over my words already. What's the best advice you've ever received?
Oh, wow. Best advice I've ever received. Had to be from my grandma before she passed away in Samoa. She said to love God and to love others in all that you do. So, you just try to, love everyone that you interact with every day, whether that's just saying hi, whether that's just smiling or, trying to be a light in your everyday life.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's probably one of the big things.
It sounds very similar to what my dad used to say. It's not hard to be nice to people.
It's not, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, I like that. Do you have a happy place?
Oh, a happy place. That's got to be wherever my wife is,
Oh, yeah?
to be honest. Yeah, she's my best friend. We travel. We eat food everywhere.
Okay.
She's my happy place.
So, I like that. It's a good answer. That'll score you some points with her, too, at home. That's well done. What would be your definition of success?
My definition of success. I would say be at the end of the day, when all the people that I've ever interacted with, if they look back when they think about me and they think something good, or that I had a good impact. If I leave a good impact on people or this earth, I'd call that a success.
Yeah. Well, that's very much related to the first question. Yeah,
question,
right on. Do you have a favorite TV show or movie?
Oh, man. So one of the first movies I watched, which has been my favorite for a long time, has to be Braveheart.
Oh, yeah?
Old Mel Gibson movie. Yeah. My grandma is of Scottish heritage.
Really?
Canadian Scottish. That kind of movie hit different when I was a little kid.
I'm of Canadian Scottish, too. What's her maiden name, or what's the clan? Or
McAllister.
McAllister. Okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Wow. That is an awesome movie.
Yes.
Mel Gibson's amazing, and unfortunately, like a lot of those movies that come back now and they say, well, you get the nerds out there that say, well, this is not historically accurate.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a movie for a couple hours. Do we have to be? Anyway, those people ruin a lot of things. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Is there a place on your bucket list or somewhere you want to get to?
Somewhere I want to get to?
Yeah.
Physically, I would like to go to Japan one day, preferably with my wife.
Yep.
She's been there before. I'd really like to try some sushi and sashimi and fresh miso in Japan. That's on my bucket list right now.
My sister just came back. She said it's everything they say it is.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. What about a bucket list item, like a thing to do?
Thing to do? I want to hit a hole-in-one. I have yet to do that. I've hit even. I've shot 72.
What?
I've broken 80 just this season. I want to shoot a hole-in-one really bad. My father-in-law's hit 2 already. I've seen him hit 1. And just this off season, I I paired up with this this guy from Medicine Hat, and he shot a hole in one right in front of me. And yeah, so I'm itching to hit a hole in one of these days.
Wait a minute. You said you shot 72 and you broke 80.
Yes, I have.
Like I shoot 72 every round, but it's usually after about the 12th hole or something.
I love golf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do, hey?
Yeah, ever since I started dating my wife now.
Yeah.
You know, her dad loves golf. And that was one of the things that we'd do early in the morning. Her dad and I, we'd wake up at 6 a.m, walk 18, and bet push-ups. And, you know, I think golf is a great way to kind of get to know somebody. And it's a pretty frustrating sport. It's pretty mental. So,
Well,
know,
when did you pick it up then?
that would have been 2020.
And you're this good already? Wow.
I don't know.
So did you take lessons or how did you learn?
It was all my father-in-law.
Really?
Taught me everything, and then kept going from there. But yeah, I love golf.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now, we could do a whole segment on golf because a bunch of us are really into it too.
We got to go play sometime.
Yeah,
man.
let's do it.
All right, let's do it. I got to prove it.
Yeah, you
Can't
do.
just be calling out these numbers and then just like, you know what I mean?
Okay, so I can imagine a guy, if you got a sweet swing, a guy like your size could probably crush it off the tee. Is that what's your best part of your game then?
You see, usually when one thing's on, the other thing's off.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But I'd say my drives are usually the most consistent. Lately, especially this past season of playing, I've been trying to dial it down and just hit 75 or 80%, trying to keep it straight. I usually hit a tight little fade. If it's windy at all, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Where do you get to play around here?
Old Drovers Run. Shout out to Old Drovers. They actually gave me a membership. So I and my teammates, my wife, we go out whenever we can and we play. Great place, family orientated, good people. You know, it's always a chill and good time when you're out there, and they maintain their property fairly well.
Yeah. So your father-in-law says one day, we got to go golfing together.
Yeah.
Had you ever swung a club before?
I mean, mini golf. Mini golf. I loved mini golf when I was little.
Yeah.
And it was kind of random because I was always the big kid on the on the mini golf putt. But yeah. Now I've got some extended clubs. Shout out to Golf Town and G over there. Hooked me up with some sweet ping irons, the I-525s, and the M4 driver.
See, I did not know you were this much of a golf nerd. Now this is we
I'm
got to
not
do a
very
golf
social.
show, Josh. We got to do a golf show.
Yes. Let's
We're
take
doing,
this. at the
we're
green.
doing today. The whole show's golf now.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Just wrap
We're
this up.
doing golf all day.
Yeah, you don't realize how much you've struck a special spot with us because everybody back here, we're all golf nerds now too.
See, that's the good thing about golf. Look,
There
it
you go,
brings us
yeah.
all together. Like food.
Okay, well, that's good, man. We got a whole other show coming up then, Tui on golf, we'll call it. If you have this is my tropical island question. If you're stranded and you've got only one artist you can listen to for the rest of your life,
My.
who would it be?
One artist. I should have thought about this a bit more when you asked Gabe. One person to bring. I should have thought about this a bit more. Sheesh. It would have to be something a little more level. It'd have to be some type of worship music. Maybe Bethel or Hillsong. Haven't been crazy about Hillsong lately, but something kind of inspirational level.
Okay.
Wouldn't want anything too hype up or too sad. Music hits me differently. If I hear a sad song, I'll get emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. And certain songs that wouldn't seem sad to people, they're sad to me for some reason.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I
Music
saw
hits me different.
Amy Poehler has a podcast, right? And she did one. She had Jack Black, the actor, on, and he's a big musician guy. And he said his latest thing is to pick an artist and listen to their entire catalog chronologically.
Okay.
So then you can isolate that one window where they hit it big. I thought it was a great idea. I'm
is
going to
a
try
great
to do
idea.
that too.
Oh, well, I'll have to take notes.
If this is an interesting question for you because I would say you're a man of faith, right?
Try to be.
If you won the lottery tonight, what would be your first extravagant purchase?
My first extravagant purchase. Goodness. I'd have to pray about this, to be honest, because I do feel like if you use your money the wrong way, especially that size, it can come back to bite you in the butt.
Right.
But, right off the bat, I'd think about buying myself and my wife a house. But lottery, that I could buy myself and my parents a house.
Sure.
So I think I'd buy us both some houses. We've never really had our own
Yeah.
houses growing up, so
That's
probably
great.
what we do.
You can make a trip to Golf Town and outfit yourself
Yeah.
properly.
Oh, why didn't I think I'd buy a golf course?
Okay, it depends on how big the lottery winnings
Just-
are, but yeah.
No, maybe just a small
Yeah.
par 3 course, 9 holes, or even a house with a
See, we
par
could
3
knock
in the
off a lot of
backyard.
questions there. That could be your happy place because you and your wife would be on your own golf course.
We should just restart this whole thing. It's the golf course.
Okay. After football, are you thinking about what you'll do with the rest of your life?
Well, coming this January, I'm going to be a dad.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah,
Right
my goal is just to be a great husband and a great father. And, I've been very blessed and fortunate enough to continue playing this game. I just want to play football and help these Bombers, help Bombers get to the Grey Cup year after year, as long as I can.
Yep.
And after that, I'm not 100% sure what's next. Got my bachelor's in human development, family sciences. Love working with kids, elderly. And, if football is incorporated or rugby, then I'd be happy to do that as well.
Yeah.
But,
See, I thought you had become a dad already, but because we were in Calgary when you found out, right?
yes.
And I saw you hugging a bunch of guys and them saying congratulations, and I didn't want to, hey, what's going on? Like, it seems kind of rude, but I thought you would,
Oh, come on, Ed. We're like family, Ed. Come on.
interject, what's going on here? So congratulations.
Thank you,
Do you
Ed.
have a due date?
Due date is in mid-January.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations in advance. That's
Thank you.
It's really good, man.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we kind of touched on a couple things here, but let's get to part 2 here, as we always do. It's called the road traveled part. So, look, I got a bunch of notes here, Tui, but I'm hoping you can fill in the blanks because you got kind of a fascinating backstory to me.
You know what, Ed? Actually, I'm going to jump in real quick here because there's something that I want to cover in the chill chat before we move
Let's
on.
do it.
And I can't believe it didn't come up already. It already came up in the chat.
Yeah.
Tui knows where I'm going with this. Family Feud.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about Family Feud and Steve Harvey and the whole situation. You got to tell us
man.
that story. How'd that happen?
It was a surreal experience. By the way, October 20th, be ready. It's going to be airing.
It's not out yet?
It's not out yet. No, it'll be out on October 20th. You can catch it live. Steve Harvey.
Wow,
I'm not
okay.
sure what
Well,
channel.
we're giving them the old Huddle bump in the ratings, if you know what I mean. We're giving them the plug. The ratings are going to be through the roof at this point. But anyways,
shoot.
continue. Tell us all about
when did you
Family
take
Feud.
this?
Oh, man. We did this in February, this off season. So my father-in-law, the golfer, his favorite show since he moved from Samoa has been Family Feud. He finds it hilarious, and it also helps with language, just learning words and stuff like that. And my wife, his daughter, grew up, seeing it on the TV all the time. And just last season, she thought about it and was like, hey, maybe I'll sign us up for Family Feud as a joke, and we'll see if we get in. And we just kept passing to the next round of tryouts or whatever. And before we knew it, in February, we were getting tickets and hotel rooms paid for and showed up to Tyler Perry Studios. And it was, I've never experienced anything like
Is that
that.
in L.A.?
It was in Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah.
Atlanta, yeah. So, the staff, the people there, they were also catering and hospitable, snacks and all that. We signed NDAs, so there's not like I can't share a crazy amount, but I'll tell you that it was such a memorable and fun experience.
Okay, so October 20th.
Yes,
Wow. Mark that down. We're gonna watch that. That's gonna be awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, right on.
I felt like I should interrupt.
No,
cover
that's a
that in
good
the
one.
chill chat, and then we're going to move on.
That's
to
why
the
we
next
have
one.
you on the mic over there,
That's right.
Josh.
There you go.
Because I have a short attention span, and you always pull us back together. So good. Okay, so Tui, it says, you're born in Richmond, BC, right?
Yes,
Okay, but you keep saying, how do you say it? Samoa.
Samoa.
Samoa. Like
Yes.
I always thought it was Samoa, but it's Samoa.
A lot of people say Samoa. It's kind of just the natural way to say it for a lot of people,
Yeah.
but there's a muff on the A, so it's a Samoa.
Samoa. Okay. And I remember when we drafted you, that some of this stuff came out in our conversations with you. Is your father's a chief, right?
Yes, he is.
In what's the village?
Falelatai, on the
Falelatai.
island of Upolu in Western Samoa.
Okay. Does that make you? Are you then like a chief junior? Are you-
I've actually traveled after graduating in 2017. I went to Samoa in 2018 and received a chief title there.
Wow.
Went through the ceremonies in the same village, Falelatai. So my father and I, we hold chief titles in the same village.
Yeah. Tell us about the Falalatai village.
Falalatai?
I Googled it.
Yeah.
It looks like right out of a tourist brochure.
Yeah, we're right by the mountain, you know. It's where my grandma's from. My grandma was from Upolu. My grandfather came from Savaii. It's the big island of Samoa. And he ended up living with her in the village of Falalatai. And that's where my dad was. My dad was actually born in Savaii. They traveled quite a bit back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But these days, my family is mostly in Falalatai, direct family. Yeah.
So I thought, because when I was looking at the pictures, this place looks amazing.
No, you got to come over
Well,
sometime.
I looked it up. So first of all, the airfare is $2,927. At least that was what it was this morning.
Yeah.
I'd have to fly from Winnipeg to Vancouver, Vancouver to LA, LA to Nadi International, which is in Fiji.
It's in Fiji,
right?
yeah.
And then to Palalo. How do you say that? That's what the
Faleolo.
That's what it had. That's how it told me to get there, but maybe it's not right. How do you get there?
Well, you can go through usually New Zealand or Fiji. I haven't gone back since 2018, but the routes, usually you'll go to Vancouver if you're in Canada, and then it'll either be New Zealand or Fiji, one of the two.
I better start saving now, eh? 29, 27?
Well, all you got to do is get there. Housing and food will be provided.
Oh, yeah?
As soon as yes.
Because your dad's the chief?
No, just because you're a good guy, Ed.
Sign me up. I'm coming. Okay, so then how does your family end up in BC that you are born in Richmond?
Okay, so my father left Samoa as a Christian missionary, and my mother was also a Christian missionary, and they met while basically on the road.
Okay.
They got married in Hawaii, just a random spot.
Yeah.
They were both serving there, and later moved to BC, which is where they had me and my sister. And it's kind of a crazy story. My grandpa's got a book. Before he passed, he wrote a couple books. It tells the story a bit more in description, but there's a lot of moving parts with my parents just individually moving around throughout their upbringing. A lot of life lived by faith.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of giving, and my life was somewhat similar, as you've probably seen.
Yep.
But yeah.
So your father-in-law is also a chief, right?
Yes.
So that was a big deal when the two families kind of got together then.
Yeah. Our villages are almost neighboring. They're from the village of Samatau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where did you guys get married then?
We got married in Montana.
Yeah.
Right by Glacier.
Oh, is that right?
Kalispell, yeah.
Yeah. And is that your off-season home basically now?
Lately, in the off-season, we've been traveling mostly to Montana and Alberta. That's where our closest family is. I've got a brother down in Texas, and my parents and sister still live in Hawaii. So getting down there isn't always the easiest, but for the most part, Montana, Alberta.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah.
Okay. It's a wild story how you got to Canada, or your family got to Canada. So when you're growing up in Richmond, did you go to high school and everything in Richmond? And how do you get?
No, I was born there in '96,
Yeah.
and we moved out of Richmond. We moved from Richmond when I was like 1 year old to Abbotsford. Lived in Abbotsford, BC till 2004, 2003, 2004. We moved to Medicine Hat, Alberta, and that's when I started going to school. Prior to that, I was homeschooled until grade 3, and I went out to Irvine School, small town population. I think it was like 500. Public school. That was a great experience. Great teachers. I wouldn't even mind if my future kids go there one day. Started playing rugby, my first love. And from there, we moved to Hawaii in 2011. And that's when I started getting a little more into football. I'd played a year prior in Parkside, Crescent Heights, Medicine Hat area, Bantam League. And that was cool, but I was set on rugby. I wanted to play rugby really bad. And when we moved to Hawaii in 2011, I started to realize that, there's not many scholarships for rugby out there. There's not much of a future unless you really love the game. And I did. But I knew that, my family, we wouldn't be able to afford a college, tuition experience if it wasn't for these scholarships coming out. And I was very fortunate enough to receive a full ride to the University of Hawaii out of high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, that really opened the door to football for me.
Big time.
Yeah.
So you mentioned rugby. Were you always, when you started playing football, were you always on the O-line or?
Well, in high school, I played everything except for kickoff. My senior year, I played KOR, punt return, O-line, D-line. My last game as a senior in high school, our running back went down, and I actually started at running back. I got 1 carry for 1 yard, 1 first down, and the rest was all pass pro
Oh, yeah.
and lead blocking. So yeah.
Well, you got a touchdown pass this year, and that was a hell of a, I mean, you must have that clipped, right?
It was a great ball.
It was a great ball, yeah. A nice route, good hands right in the front of the end zone there.
Zach set it up so perfectly with the pump, and then just, yeah, that was like a dream come true. You know?
I was looking this up. So now, going into this week, and I don't know if you have a bonus in your contract, you're tied for 4th on the team in touchdown receptions.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
There you go.
There's no bonus, I'll tell you that much. It wasn't expected.
Okay, so you're at Hawaii, and like you're not just you're starring there. You are up for the Remington Award, right?
Yeah.
And then, but I was thinking about it afterwards too. Then you had a knee injury. You weren't sure if you're going to play. The Bombers find you. There's a connection with Danny McManus, right?
Yeah.
What's the connection with Danny and your family?
So Danny is related to my mom's first cousin. I mean, he's married to my mom's first cousin.
Wow.
Not related, yeah.
Geez, eh? And so he's the one that said we should draft Tui because if he's going to keep playing, he's a hell of a player, right? Basically. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
You're
really
being
appreciate
too modest. And then, like a lot of you missed the 2018 because of an injury, right, out of Hawaii.
Yeah, leaving out of Hawaii, my knees were getting a little bit cracky. I had what they call a osteochondral defect, which is just where your cartilage under your knees start to break up. I got some rooster comb injections, and I had to get them drained every now and then. It's something that I feel like can be played through. Guys play through a lot worse. But, coming into graduation and 4 years of college, I prayed before, having my graduation ceremony, and I felt like I needed to take a year to be with family. I felt like I was kind of drifting a bit, just kind of forgetting some of my roots. And it's like, that sounds super broad, but I just felt like I was going down a certain path that I wasn't sure. I was like, you know what, maybe I need to take a year to be with family, to just rest my head, rest my body. There's a lot of collisions in the line. And that's when I received my chief title back in Samoa. And, I actually thought that I was done with football. I wasn't sure what was next. I gave it all up to God. I said, whatever you have next for me, I'm just going to do my best at it. I ended up being a manager for props and conventions for Island Breeze on the big island of Hawaii, which is basically like setting up everything's for luau's, getting fire props ready, all that.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of fun, but and then that's actually when I started receiving calls. I received calls from a couple teams, voicemails. I'm not a very social guy, and I'm usually not around my phone. Darren can tell you more about that. But yeah, I'd missed some calls, and I had some voicemails from a couple teams, and I saw them, and I was like, this isn't real. Like, come on, like, you're out of shape. Like, you haven't been playing for a while. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. Stay home. Like, and then I got a call from Winnipeg, and something inside my heart just said, answer this call. And I happened to be by my phone. I answered it, and before I knew it, I was getting drafted here. I was here in camp, throwing up, and trying to get in shape. And the coaching staff here, they've all been so good to me. I feel like they see some good things even from back then, and they've been good to me. Yeah.
It's amazing how stuff works out sometimes, eh? Because basically you're not in the game anymore. You're not sure if you're going to keep playing, and now, I mean, you are a guy that's a kind of a smiley guy and finds the best out of everything every day.
Oh,
but it seems like this has been good for you.
Yeah.
Would you say it that way?
100%. Yes.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I am married to my best friend, and I don't know how the world always works and stuff like that, but a part of me feels like, like if I didn't stop in 2017, maybe this wouldn't have happened. If I didn't do that, that wouldn't have happened. And where I am right now today, like I couldn't be more happy with where I'm at, and the people around me, my work environment, everything. It's like a dream come true. And, I wouldn't trade this for anything. And just looking back at it, I'm like, if I was to go anywhere else, in the CFL or whatever other league, like, would I be this happy? And I can confidently say that.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't be as happy as where I am right now.
I remember talking to you after you signed the contract extension, and like it's been up and down a bit here too, right? Because 2021 you're having a really contributing, and then that's the COVID vaccine year, and you couldn't play in the Grey Cup because you didn't want to. And then you sat out for a year, right? But this team always had a place for you, and maybe walk us through that, Tui, because that had to be 2021 when the team's at the Grey Cup and you're not. That's got to be really crappy.
Yeah, it was tough. It was something personal I prayed about, and just for me, I prayed and I didn't have peace with personally taking the vaccine. I'm supportive of those who do. I have family members that did take the vaccine. And, I have nothing against it. Just for me and my own personal life.
Choice, yeah.
I felt that I have the right to make that choice, and that wasn't the situation with regards to work. And I wouldn't take that away either, because at the end of the day, for the whole season of 2022, somehow God provided. Like I was working as an offensive line coach for my brother-in-law now's high school. I got engaged. Just so many things came together. The wedding ended up getting fully paid off just by the work that I was able to find. We had a litter of 7 puppies, and we got them all, checked and I forget what the word is, but verified all that, and we ended up selling some of them, and that went towards the wedding, all towards good families, loving families. My sister and brother-in-law and their kids currently have the biggest male with them right now, and they love them. And that's how kind of my 2022 went. It felt like, if you look from one perspective, it's like, oh, like you're getting robbed, or like, oh, like you're missing out. But I felt like if I was playing that season, I would have missed out on a lot of other things, And with regards to like me coming back, I owe that all to Coach Mike O'Shea. And, he's a man of his word, and he's an honest man as well. And he'll tell you straight. Wade Miller as well, great guy. I appreciate everything that they've done for me throughout the whole process. In that 2021 weird scenario, they were both very, very much there for me with everything I needed. They gave me options. They were constantly just, like, what can we do to help? Like, is there anything that, that might, help with this situation? And, I felt like Mike O'Shea, he really put his neck out there for me. And although I wasn't able to travel or play, we got the Grey Cup.
Yep.
And, when we did go to that Grey Cup, I remember O'Shea told me, he said, we're going to go to this game, we're going to beat them. And, something along the lines of like, we're sad that you can't be there, but know that when we beat them, you played a big part of this, and we're going to get you a ring. And he honored that word. And in 2022, while I was working a coaching job, O-line in high school, Ronan High School, I was with some of the O-line boys, and in comes the mail truck, and this little box came in, and I was like, what is this? It felt a little heavy, had to sign a thing for it. Like, what's going on? It was a ring. These diamonds just shining in my face. Your ring. Yeah.
That's cool.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. So that's the highest of the highs, and the same span, right? Like, you're not with the team that you've helped get to the Grey Cup. I can't remember on that Sunday, where were you watching it?
Oh, I was watching from my sister's house in Medicine Hat, Medicine Hat, Alberta.
And was it tears of joy and I wish I could be there too, kind of?
Oh, it was tears of joy. Yeah. all those guys in that room, that O-line room, man, they all had my back. I never felt judged by a single one of them. I felt nothing but love. And I think they even put in the meeting room at the Grey Cup, they put a picture of me on one of the chairs just to be like, oh, he's here.
Is
like,
that right?
Yeah, just to.
That's cool.
So, yeah, that was, love those guys.
Yeah. And then you, as you talked about, you made the choice in 2022 not to play, and it sounds like a lot of good things came out of that. But one of the things you said too was that when you came back, the fire in your belly was really raging, right? You wanted to more appreciate the game and everything about it even more, right?
Yeah.
Could you maybe explain that?
Oh, say a lot. You know, I'd lived my life single man, you know, even coming into Winnipeg as a single man and coming back with not only a 2021 and a 2019 Grey Cup ring, but a wedding ring and a wife and a little dog. I felt like I've got everything I need. Like if I die on this field, I'll die happy. So I don't know, that's the fire inside, I guess. I came back in 2019 and I was like, oh, like ready to rekindle this. Let's get back into football time and get in shape. And then 2021 happened. It kind of felt like back in 2017 when I stopped playing college. It was like another little break where I'm like, am I even going to play football again? Like, is this it for me? And it's pretty crazy how the story, you know, unfolds. And here I am back at football again.
You know, one of the things I'll give you credit for is that if a lot of people, they always say, you know, I've got to take time to smell the roses in it, or things just go, if you don't take a moment, things just happen and it's gone and I wish I had, but you seem to have a great skill at soaking things up in the moment. Would you say that? Because I think you appreciate all the good stuff and the stuff you've been through. And you have a real good understanding and appreciation for where you are. That's what I would say.
Oh, thank you. I haven't had any terrible misfortunes happen on my life, thankfully. And there's a lot of stories, you know, just even in the Bible about, you know, bad things happening to good people, but good things coming out of it, you know, and I'm a big believer in that, you know, people can try and put you down. People can think things of you, judge you, whatever. But at the end of the day, you stay true to you. And like we talked about earlier, love one another.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, good things tend to happen. And it's hard to explain sometimes, but it's just the way it goes, you know?
Yeah, well, you're a testament to that, man. That's for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Josh, we got to do the Duron equipment spot here, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So as usual, we're giving away a jersey, a Tui Eli. Did we go over that?
Tui Eli.
Tui Eli.
Okay, good. We're giving away a Tui jersey. It's number 65.
Ooh, great number.
As usual, you got to be able to pick it up at the Bomber store. We can't ship it out.
Yes.
I'll put that link in the chat right away. And it's also your chance to win Brad Paisley tickets for the concert Grey Cup week. So
do I get
two
those?
tickets. Yeah, you got to get in there. Get in there with your email. 2 tickets to the Brad Paisley concert. Tui Eli jersey. That link is going to be in the chat momentarily. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Stick with us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Before the noise, before the lights, the work's already begun. You don't show up halfway. You gear up. You check your work. You take pride in every moment, every step, every snap. Here, trust isn't talked about. It's earned day after day. We are built the same way. With trust, loyalty, and hard work. Duron Equipment, we are more than construction. We are part of the team.
All right. And then as those entries are rolling in, that's
a great commercial, by the way. Featuring Tony Jones and
Featuring
put
Tony
together
Jones.
by Josh.
he did a great
Smart.
job. Yeah. Tony did an absolutely fantastic job in that for us.
Okay.
Okay. The jersey giveaway and ticket link is in the chat on both Facebook and X. So get in there. Your chance to win a jersey. Again, you've got to be able to pick it up at the ticket counter in the store. And we'll take a couple questions here while we're hanging out. So The first one, all it says is, let's hear about your rugby days. So maybe talk to
shoot.
us about kind of what you loved about rugby and a little bit about your that part of your life.
Oh man, I loved that. There's a position for every body type. Anyone can score. Anyone can tackle. I primarily played number 8 or flank, 6 or 7. And the things that I loved about those positions is just, you're up front with the big boys, forwards. As a number 8, you can drag the ball out of that scrum. You can pull it and run it. And as a flank too, you're the first one out of the scrum. So that was always fun. I don't mind prop or lock, anything like that. I'm not that tall to be a lock, but that's in there. That's gritty. That's gritty work in there. But love rugby. Yeah.
We were in Ottawa a few weeks ago, and Coach O'Shea was watching the women's team because they were kicking ass at the World Cup, the Canadian women's team.
Go
and
Canada.
He would not. Yeah, he would not. He mentioned they finished second, but he mentioned it in one of his scrums too and everything. It's a good sport, man.
It's a great sport.
Yeah. Okay. More questions?
Yep, let's take one more before we move on here. Let's see here. Did we do? I can't remember the cheat meal question. Did we talk about that?
No, we did
In
not
the
do a
chili chat?
cheat
Okay,
meal.
so someone wants to know what your cheat meal is on an off
Cheat
day.
meal.
You
Goodness.
should always ask the old lineman about cheat meal questions.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Got a lot of cheat meals. Definitely involves a blizzard somewhere in there. Shout out to Stan, big blizzard guy. Cheeseburgers, wherever they're at. Cheeseburgers, you can't go wrong with McDonald's. Lately actually, it's been Fat Burger over by the mall.
It's good.
I like Fat Burger.
Yep.
A lot, but I'd say just a greasy cheeseburger, 2 or 3, and a blizzard or a milkshake. Yeah, that's my cheat meal. But my treat meal would just be a nice big ribeye steak and a cold beer.
Okay.
That's my treat meal.
We were talking before we went on air because we had Gabe on a few weeks ago, Gabe Wallace, and he spent his whole per diem at that one meal in Montreal. And you were.
I was there. I saw him. I saw him eat all 40 ounces of that steak, and we went and got dessert after. Yeah, he's an impressive human being. I'll tell you that much. I love that guy. He's a good guy.
An impressive human being, eh? Okay.
Yes.
Are we taking any more? We got spot for
Yeah, we'll
fan
save
questions
we'll
at
save
the
them for
end.
the end. I'll just say before I move on again, jersey giveaway link, ticket link, it's in the chat. Get in there, sign up with your email, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for a bonus entry again. You have to be able to come pick it up at the Bomber store at the stadium. That's the only stipulation there. But moving on. Keep dropping questions in chat. We have time at the end of the show
Yep.
for them.
That's great.
But let's move along to the next segment there, Eddie.
Yeah, okay. So we're rocking and rolling here, too. You're doing a great job. So
thank you.
this next part is sort of more team focused. It's weird when the team got back after the bye week yesterday, and I could feel it. There was a real good vibe. It was beating Hamilton 40-3 helps going into a bye week. But what's your sense of when you came back? I don't know if it's a buzz, but it seems to be this team's in a real good spot heading into the most important part of the season.
Yeah, it seems like the vibes are up, especially coming into this week. For a lot of the season, it seemed like we hadn't really had a full groove of a game, and Hamilton was a fun game. They're a great team too, by the way. We happened to have a great day, and things all linked together. Three-phase football, all phases turned up that day, and it's a good feeling to have that chemistry all together, regardless of the scoreboard. That we all work together and put it together. Just Treva Val off the first kickoff.
Yeah.
It's like, what else could get you more pumped up than 6 points on the first play of the game? And I feel like we've just been carrying that into this week. Got to stay humble and just want to know every week.
Yep. It's funny because as a guy in the media and we're always looking for those story angles, right? And so we were talking about this today, that everybody in our business is looking at the standings and, who's got the season series and if we win this. And then you guys are just saying, like, we got Edmonton on Saturday. The rest doesn't matter.
Yep.
Is that universal in that room?
That's
seems
pretty
like
much. At least, yeah, I'd say for the most part, I don't hear much other than we got Edmonton this week. We got Edmonton this week, or we got Hamilton this week, whoever it is. The goal is always 1-0 for the week. and obviously get the Grey Cup. You know?
Yep. It's interesting because that win over Hamilton to me was, it kind of felt like some of the good wins in the years past, right? It was like, oh, there's the Bombers that we recognize. Like you said, a
Yeah.
three-phase win, owning the line of scrimmage, which you're a big part of.
Oh,
But
thank you.
everybody's doing their job, right? It's not complicated sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, it kind of, now that you mention it, I also had the thought back when we played after the game. It did remind me a lot of 2019 when we just pound that ball with Andrew Harris, especially in the fourth quarter. But yeah, it felt good.
Yeah. They always say that one of the O lineman, what is it? The expression about the ability to move a man against his will.
His own will, yeah.
And there must be a certain joy in when you're a part of that. Like you're pushing the pile.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's
There's
so
a
much
rugby
fun.
part to that, isn't there?
There is, yeah, exactly. And when I was younger and I first started playing rugby and football, I was really scared that I might hurt someone else. And slowly as you get older, you kind of have to make the decision. It's going to be you or the other guy, and you got a job, and you got to do your job because everybody beside you is counting on you to do your job. So you gotta, what's more important? Like what's more important? Like caring about hurting someone. Like obviously you got to play clean, but you got to play to the best of your ability, and I think that's the way that you respect your opponent and you honor your teammates.
Yeah, that's well said. What gives you confidence then about this bunch as we head into the stretch run? Because you've been on teams that have, made a habit of going to the Grey Cup. What do you like about this particular bunch?
Every year it's like they say, we have a different team this year, and it's held true. But I will say this O-line room especially, we have kept the standard or the vibe. I feel like in that room, we're all together, we're all on the same page, and that reminds me of the old days back in 2019, 2021 too. That same feeling. I've had that feeling with this group, and that gets me fired up, and that keeps me, confident that we can do what we've done in previous years.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny because, when Zach is dialed in like he was against Hamilton, it's one thing. The receiving core is coming on. Brady does his thing because of what you guys are doing. The defense, I got to give Jordan Younger some credit because they've had a lot of changes in the secondary, and they're doing it. Willie Jefferson batting down ball, Tony Jones, we mentioned him, Retta, all those guys, and then Trey on special teams, Sergio. Like it does feel like, hey, the record might be 8-7, but there's something percolating here that's exciting, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's the best time of year now to get going.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're getting near the end. I got to leave a spot for more questions, right, Josh? Because we always like to make sure that fans get a chance to interact here. So, how many? Have we got some more questions from the audience? Yep, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm actually going to ask a question myself.
All right.
Are you aware of, or have you seen this show, Chief of War, on Apple TV?
Yes,
Or have
I
you
started
heard
it. I watched the first episode.
Okay, so I want to ask you about this. This is, Ed, if you haven't seen, this is Jason
told me about
Momoa's new
this.
show.
Yeah.
And it's about a story. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's one of, if not the only show ever to be primarily in the native Hawaiian language, as far as I know. So I know you're Samoan and not Hawaiian, but I know that there's some sort of relationship there among those different peoples. You would know better than me, obviously, but I'm just wondering, does that move the needle for someone like you who, that's kind of your culture a little bit? Like, does that speak to you at all to say like, hey, this is pretty cool that someone decided to do this?
Yeah, I think it's very cool. I think that this should open the door to different stories in Polynesia as well. Not being Hawaiian, it doesn't hit as crazy home as I'm sure that it does for a lot of Hawaiians. But I think it's so special that we're getting the Hawaiian language out there, and that we're having it in this is big time Hollywood. Jason Momoa, these are big actors, and just judging off the first episode that I watched, it's like this is quality. yeah, I'm excited to watch the rest whenever.
What's it called again, Josh?
It's called Chief of War. It's on
Chief of
Apple
War.
TV. It's definitely next up for me.
Okay. Cool.
I just thought it was really neat that this was a choice that, again, they use such a huge budget to tell. It's a pretty big swing. Like, it's studios don't like big swings a lot of the time because they're not sure if they're going to make money. So to have such a big swing on a very unique and powerful story, I thought was really interesting. And
Yeah.
I was thinking about it a little bit as you were talking about kind of your village and Samoa and stuff like that. 'Cause there was just a little bit of a relationship there. So.
Yeah, there's some similarities too. You know, they just off the first, I think they said they work in the lo'i. They eat a lot of kalo, which is like taro in Samoa, and that's our bread. So that hits home. You know, seeing
Okay.
those.
That's cool.
Right on.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Mike wants to know what other position would you have liked to play in football if you weren't on the O-line?
Ooh.
Got to be receiver the way you pulled in that pass in Vancouver.
Oh man, I don't. You know, when I first started playing football, I wanted to be a safety like Polamalu,
Oh yeah.
and you know, I don't think that's ever happening. But yeah, free safety.
Nice. Nice.
Keep growing the hair out to the back of the helmet like
Right.
he did.
Head and
then
shoulders.
some people. Yeah, there you go.
That would be something. Yeah, I'll keep growing it for you guys. Let's go.
I'm jealous.
This question was: when you were playing football in college, did you ever were they scheming up plays for you to score touchdowns then as well?
Oh no, I was a center, so I never received the ball, but I was snapping the ball every play. So, yeah.
And then we're getting again close to the end of the show here. We appreciate your time, so I think we're just going to end off with one more.
It was fun.
Can you just walk us through the touchdown this year that you caught, that you brought in? Just walk us through kind of what went on there.
It was a 5-yard
know.
catch, right?
Yeah, they called the play. I get out there and I'm not expecting. I know I'm one of the options, but I'm like, the ball could come to me. Just do your best, get open. I feel like I drifted a little deep. Just looking back, like I talked about earlier, Zach with that pump, just drawing Sam off me, or that coverage defender, just giving me that little bit of space, and he just bulleted that ball straight to my hands, and it was like, you have to catch this. You can't. If you drop this ball, you're never going to do this ever again. So that was all in my head. It's just like, you got to catch this, and luckily I came out, got some fresh gloves from Foddy right before the game, so I'm sure that contributed to it as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the glory to God, man.
Everybody-
That was so special.
Everybody loves a big man touchdown.
The
And
thick
I love
six.
it, too.
I just learned about
Yeah,
that.
the thick six.
I love it.
I can't remember. How did you celebrate?
I just
Did you have
I pointed up. Just pointed
Yeah.
up.
Oh, I remember that.
Just like all the glory, and then just all the teammates came and just crowded around me, and it was like a party. It felt like a party right there. Everybody's banging heads and just bumping around, and we're like, woo.
Yeah.
Tried to give Stan the ball. Say, can you take this to the side? Don't give it back to the ref. And he's like, no, you take it. And throw it back to me. And I was like, no, I'm on field goal. I got to go to field goal. So
Yeah.
that was funny. And then met with Ocean the side, and yeah, it was dream come true. Hard to explain. Feel like I blacked out. Just hard to believe. Hard to just comprehend that happened. And if that ever happens again, that would be amazing.
We got a special place for that ball?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Right now it's in the O-line room, so we're going to keep it in there for the season. And then when baby's born, I'm going to put it in baby's room.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Do you are you in the huddle all the time near the goal line saying, Zach, I mean, look, let's go.
No,
one
no.
for one.
I let Zach work his Zach magic. I don't let him. I don't say. I'm just you know what you're doing. You're a pro. You've been doing this for so long. If you want to throw me the ball, you can throw it. If you think but if not, like, I trust you. I trust that guy with everything, man.
Yeah, right on.
He's gonna make the right call. Yeah.
I learned about the thick six this year for the first time, and then this weekend I learned about the octopus. You heard about the octopus?
No.
Octopus. What's that?
You heard about that?
No.
If a guy gets the touchdown and the 2-point right after it,
That's 8
it's called
points.
an octopus.
Octopus.
Just learned that this weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we got to find a way to use that. Hopefully we get one, and then
Well,
we can find a way to use that.
Our buddy Hustler loves the thick six. He brought that up after you scored from Winnipeg Sports Talk. So Yeah, I hadn't heard that before either.
Just learned that on the weekend.
Yeah.
They did it on
Octopus,
the
eh?
Bucks did it. Ibuka had the 6 point and the 2 point.
And you
get
got
some
him in
octopi out
fantasy,
here.
so you really remember. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you know.
It's always fantasy related.
Okay, we got one last one, and then we're getting up on out of here. And the last one is: do you have a favorite restaurant in Winnipeg to go to?
Ooh, man, I don't want to say one place and then the other place feels bad. I eat at some of these places fairly faithfully. I would have to say my go-to lately has been, I think it's Famous Bourbon Chicken at the mall. I forget what mall it's called. It's the one over by Krispy Kreme's.
Oh,
The
the outlet
Famous
mall,
Bourbon
yeah.
Chicken. I'll get the
Seasons.
bourbon chicken, peppercorn steak, mixed veggies, fried rice. It's a great plate. They got great chicken, and yeah, you got to try it out sometime, Ed, if you ever get
See,
a chance.
when an old lineman gives a recommendation for a restaurant, that should be gold for the business, and you guys should get to eat free there. Anyway,
That would be nice, but that might be bad for the business.
That's it for us, Eddie. That's it for the show today. We're getting out here just at 4:00 too. You've been really generous with your time.
Oh,
So
of
Eddie, I'll
course.
let you take the outro.
Yeah, so Tui, this was awesome, and
thank
honestly, the golf thing is a whole other show. We got to. Josh is making notes on that because we got to do a golf show.
Yes. Yes,
although
please.
we're getting run out of time here. Appreciate you joining us. This was a hell of a lot of fun. Good job, Tui.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the fans who have joined us
Yes.
this Tuesday at 3
Thank
o'clock. Next Tuesday, same thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring that bell. What else am I supposed to say? All those things.
You're killing it.
Okay, I'm
Killing
killing
it.
it.
I'll let you take it.
We will be back next Tuesday live on the Blue Bombers YouTube page and on X. If you missed the show, I always put a link to it in my story, which will be posted later today, and it's on our page. It's on our homepage. It's on the Blue Bombers YouTube page, and you can watch past episodes too.
And I'm going to say, before we go, we got a new sponsor coming on the show next week. So look out for that. We've gone, 45 episodes here with our two wonderful sponsors, and we have a third one coming on next week. So be on the lookout for that.
Let's go.
Right on. Well said. So
Congrats.
thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 3 o'clock.